Clowning around China. Here's my latest chapter about my enemies. I mean frenemies. He who flatters a clown is his enemy. He who tells him of his faults is his friend. Clown Fuchsius. This chapter is all about enemies, but since I'm a clown, let's call them frenemies. Since the day I arrived in China in 1994, long ago, my first frenemy was and remains the most famous Lao Wai foreigner in Chinese history, Da Shan. Oh, big mountain, his name is. I hated that guy like a rash. Every Chinese person I ever met, every single one, they reminded me, unprompted, oh, your Chinese is great, but not as great as Da Shan. Oh, Da Shan would have understood the cultural differences better than you did. Oh, you use chopsticks, you know, quite a humbug. But Da Shan's chopsticks usage puts yours to shame, so much shame. And, of course, he is more handsome than you. I quickly got sick of hearing that from my girlfriends, from my teachers, from my students, even from the people picking stuff out of the trash. I give them my plastic. Here, take my bottles. Oh, you gave me 5 bottles. Great. Da Shan would have given me 10 empty bottles. Oh, you are the most generous Lao Wai I have ever met, except the Da Shan. That's how it goes. Until I learned in China, they like to have competitions. Who can be humbler than the next person? It's sort of like a braggadocious thing. So even when you take something, you have to use 2 hands and hold it high. And if you clink glasses for cheers, they say gambe, you have to go lower than the other person to show respect. So you go down 1 inch, they go down 2 inches, you go down 3 inches, and the first one to go the lowest. But the same thing is true when you talk about yourself. Oh, you're Chinese. Because I always wanted to impress people with my Chinese. So before they could say anything, if I was like, Chuang Chen Ming Ye Guang, they'd be like, wow, you have great Chinese. I would say, but 但是没有 Da Shan 好, but not nearly as good as Da Shan, the Canadian wonder. Oh, so great. I figured it out. You have to put yourself down. That is part of the game that they play. And you know how they say, never meet your heroes? Well, meet your frenemies. When I finally met and performed with Da Shan the Canadian Wonder at a charity event, 1999-ish, he was totally rude, obnoxious, pompous douchebag, and I humbly bowed lower than him and punched him in his maple leaves. Just kidding. He was not mean at all. He was so nice and generous and kind. He was a decent guy. And I became his friend. And he's a good guy. I tried to hate him, but I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm going to hate this guy, but I couldn't do it. We'd even studied with the same crosstalk teacher, Ding Lao Shi. I walked in his footsteps and was in his shadow, but he's just so decent. Anybody else work with Da Shan? Let me know. I'd love to hear a negative story about him because I certainly didn't have one. He was very helpful and kind, and that's my frenemy story of Beijing. And just remember, if you put yourself down first, you will always come out on top. 再见，谢谢。